Hi guys, it's me, just Anderson again, and for this video, I will be starting a little bit of a trend on here for me. I will try for every summer to talk about one pure fantasy movie, one choosing of course, and this is a very good one. Now, I will ask you guys a question to start this off. Have you ever seen a movie when you were a little kid or teenager or whatever, and you haven't seen it since then, but when you were 20 years older or so, maybe 30 years older than you were when you first saw it, you realized that the movie wasn't only good, it was really, really good. I'm talking about the first fantasy movie I will be talking about in this type of thing, Willow. Now I'm not talking about Willow Smith, but that's a really good movie that I saw when I was a wee little youngling, which, that's something we Star Wars reference to. You can hear in this movie. That movie was heavily involved by George Lucas of all people, and was directed by Ron Howard. The Ron Howard from How It Went Till Christmas, as well as Happy Days. Also the father of Bryce Dallas Howard. But more, I'll talk about some in the video altogether. But right now, this movie is really special. Yeah, I have a very special place for it in my black heart. It's just really, really good. Because not only is it a good fantasy movie, but it also gives acting roles, main acting roles, to a demographic of people who are sorely missed in cinema. And that being little people. I guess Disney never got the memo that when they said they're gonna advertise for little people to be in a movie, they really mean they want little people in the movie. That's real, not CGI monstrosities. But also mean that that's was in the late 80s, 88 in particular, that's when the movie came out. There were also quite a few special effects that were done by CGI, and they were pretty damn good for the time. That they could even by today's standards. For example, the evil witch. Let me just see this. Now, I'm sorry, but if I mispronounce any type of these fantastical names, but I don't think anyone's gonna be offended by it. If I mispronounce the names here, let's see here. Queen Bavmorda. It's like Jean March. And she transforms a bunch of the people into pigs. I know. There's those things that's all men and pigs. I agree with that. And they do a spectacular job with the morphine effects and with other, transformations. Able to this one, good wizard woman with or edged witch that gets transformed into a variety of animals. Well, because Willow can't really transform that well. He's like a beginner in magic school. And yes, this movie did come out many years before J.K. Rowling did her first Harry Potter novel. So yeah, this movie is a great introduction for little kids to magic and fantasy and stuff like that. It's a lot less heart-wrenching than, say, the Never-Ending Story movie, and Type 2 also for that matter. But, let's see here, they also involved the Wilhelm scream 3 times from the Star Wars movie. And I know that this movie came out a good decade before the movie Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, came out. But being that it was, I think, produced by George Lucas, something to do with George Lucas. He was in the big production part of this movie. Val Kilmer's character, Mad Mardigan, looks the design in the movie. It looks a lot like Padawan, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and then later on Padawan, not Padawan, when Anakin is going for Jedi Knighthood, the education and learning experience and things like that. Val Kilmer's character looks like that, so I think that maybe Lucas got the design ideas for the hairpiece or whatever, red tail and stuff, for the Padawans and young Jedi learners through that. Just a theory there. And again, with the Wilhelm screen from Star Wars. And the Star Wars is actually built on this whole thing about a science fiction fantasy movie. So this is what I would consider a pure fantasy movie. No robots, no far away planets, no the Force, none of that science fiction stuff. This is just magicians and wizards and trolls. Which is funny because Warwick Davis will go on to play. We get the Ewok in the Star Wars movie in Return of the Jedi, as well as someone else in here too that I'm going to get to eventually too. Phil Fond Elko. And yeah, they're gonna do that thing where they play Ewoks in one of the Star Wars movies, as well as I think that's their if I just had to. Before later on. But anyway, you have this group of people who are the little people, and they live in their own little village as per usual type of fantasy worlds in which they have they're segregated. Like, blue people over here, and then the mages over here in this part of the world, followed by dragons over here. You got dragons, and you got the other characters here that do this, that, and this thing. So then you got these, of course, you got humans, etc., as well as these other creatures. Well, I'll get to them in a minute too. So anyway, they have these guys, and Warwick Davis plays he plays Willow. Let me get the name here. Willow of Good. He's a character who is trying out for the to become a wizard. Unfortunately, he's not very good at it, and they do the same thing where they do again a Creed Nights, where he's passed over in front of the guy by the main wizard, the Gandalf of this world, if you will. And by the way, I don't know if this is based on a book or not, but it'd be pretty interesting if it was. Moreover, I don't know if they would consider Willow to be a high fantasy movie or a low fantasy movie. So I don't know what the difference is. Nor do I care. But yeah, they have this guy trying to be wizard and stuff, and with his own little race of people too, separate from the rest of the world, and they want to keep it that way because danger's over there now. We hate humans for whatever reason, and then Willow and his kids find a baby that washes ashore in a river. Now, I'm getting very mosaic imagery of this, or possibly Superman, which is again based on the story of Moses. But anyway, the baby was sent by one of the people who was taking care of him. And it turned out that the evil queen from before was given a prophecy that this kid would one day destroy her, would take or ruin her reign. I don't know how a baby was supposed to do that, but whatever. So Willow takes it upon himself to try to, first of all, protect the kid, and then return to where it belongs, with its own kind. We just, again, like with the segregation thing. So, nobody else wants to help out with this kid. No, nobody else does. Everybody looks at it as a burden and that, a pestilence or something rather. Except for, the best friend, Vonka, that guy of Phil Tancaro. He helps him out. Like the Sam to Willow Frodo. Like their best friends, and they'll do anything for each other. It's funny because in the movie he's this warrior guy, and I keep thinking of the little Ewoks with little spears. That'd be kind of quick. So anyway, they go on a quest with a big guy, like the mayor, and I think you name it Mark Northover. Play Burger Cut. Yeah. Such a cute name that I can't pronounce. Very nice. I gotta think it's the highway for that. Next time I see him. So anyway, these people actually, the guy doesn't want to help out in the least, but he's forced to by that wizard guy. And for his part, Willow at first doesn't want to do it either. Like, don't touch your kids, don't touch, you don't know where it's been, and that kind of thing. But then you get used to it, and you find no danger, and then you want to protect it with all of its might. Kind of like, Mike and Sully from the Monster Inc. movie. First they don't want to take care of Boo, but then they realize that there's nothing to fear from a little kid. So anyway, the main wizard of the bunch is gives Willow some magic acorns, or magic coins, that will turn into a stone that he throws up and throws them at. Now, everyone in the world knows that acorns can't do this, and we all pass off as like a joke, a little joke, kind of almost like a bluff, like like you got this very powerful thing that's like Medusa stare and stuff. So there's no real urgency to use these, right? Right? Well, we'll see about that. So anyway, then they have, and I really like this village because unlike the Disney remake of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, they actually employ real, honest to God, real people. And I'm not saying that to be mean or anything, but they will go above and beyond to hire people that have the same physical presence as the main character Willow, Warwick Davis. And it could have been easy for them to take a shortcut and just hire really short people or hire children for the job. But no, they took their guns and they hired actors that were really real people that was very good, and I applaud them for that, for doing that, making diversity into the cast. That was really smart of them. So they go on this quest to bring this baby back to where she belongs, and they meet along the way. They meet this guy, this mercenary, who's played by Doug Helmer, Martin, and she's trapped up in a crow's cage. One of old medieval torture devices which people just sit there and they just get things thrown at them and people can insult them and all that stuff. So, and, just realized that, I mean, it's tricky when I said that, Wagner is the guy, his best friend. It turns out that, it's David J. Steinberg, who plays me, Josh, his best friend. They get a little party going on there, and the funny thing is that this guy said that he can take care of the baby for much better than the pets that they call these people. Now, when I can gather, the word peck, P-E-C-K, is like a derogatory term for these little people. And it's actually really annoying because it's all that other people still these little guys and women, I'm assuming. To the point that everywhere these people start to talk about these people, hey, Peck, the Peck did this, Peck did that, Peck that. It's like, you gotta have a little bit more respect for these people. Even when they become like somewhat like friends and stuff, they still refer to them as Pecks. It's like, come on, there are other names besides Dave. Call them or one. I don't know, like, it'd be like if someone said to somebody else, hey, Igor, or like, hey, retard, yo, retard. Wanna do something retard, hey, retard. It'd be like, shut the fuck up. My name is Sam, my name is Joe, my name is Willow. I'm not goddamn Peck. But these people will hammer into them. I mean, to the point that I actually wonder if that really is a word that can be used to describe little people. I mean, I'm sure that they probably just made up the movie or book or something, but still, maybe it's a cultural thing, if I were to go to England right now and I were to ask somebody, hey, what does the word peck mean? Oh, peck means you pick something at bark or something, or we have a peck of dirt or something. But if I go up to a little person right now and say, hey, Peck, how you doing? Do you need any help with something? And they'll be like, what the fuck are you on? What the hell? What is this Peck? I don't like the tone when you say that. But yeah. I'm sure that when they made the movie, or when the guy wrote the book that the movie was based on, I'm sure that they wanted to make up a word to be derogative of this species of people, and they knew that it would be spoken so much with the word pet that if anyone saw this or read the book or something, that they might repeat the word to people who didn't like too much or didn't understand properly. So they said, let's make up a word for it. Let's make sure that nobody in real life can be hurt by this or whatever. Let's just make something up so that if anyone does call someone else a pet, it won't mean anything. So that's what they did. They made the word pet. It's a hell of a lot better than some of the other choice words that you could think of to describe someone that's a real person. So anyway, they have the guy say that just let me figure out I'll bring the baby back to its mother or its own kind. So they let out him the baby under some reflections by Willow. So then they are like okay, so they go to they're about to go home and stuff, and then the baby's actually kidnapped from the mercenary by another little person on like a bat-like creature. So it's actually kind of funny because this little person isn't really a little person. It's a full-size person that was miniaturized. So that's gotta be a little bit of a weird perspective, seeing a little person actually look down and say, oh boy, I thought I had it rough. I got these other little people there. They're like 5 inches tall. And they look nothing like me. They look more like an average person that was just miniaturized. So they do something similar to Gulliver's Travels, in which even small people actually tie up Willow for people. And they use the baby as bait to get them into the underground lair, and saying that the mercenary that they left him with is a complete buffoon. Which, yeah, he was a buffoon. So they did that. And Willow fell into the trap that was meant for him. Although I wonder what would happen if a full-size person fell into the hole that was meant for Willow. Because there's a bit of a scientific in case you haven't noticed it. And I feel that he would just get stuck up to his shoulders and he could easily pull himself out if someone Morgan without falling into it. So anyway, they tell him in a very beautiful vision that the queen has to be stopped, and that the baby was first tried to do that, like in Hercules. So they tell him that the baby cannot fall into her hands, because if she does find out about the kid, she will kill the kid. Of course, this is a fantasy movie, so they're not going to show it being killed, but whatever. Along the way, they also find this wizard, the witch, played Patricia Hayes. Her name in the movie is Finn Raziel, an elderly sorceress. Now, what's very funny for her is that she always gets transformed into animals. Like when we meet her, she gets transformed into an animal. And Willow got transformed back into a human form so that she could be of use to him later on when they fight the Queen. So, it's very funny that he transforms into every other animal next to a human because he's not that good. So, they work on it. And, transformed into a bird, among other creatures, but again, the effects are really good for that. And the effects are really good for the whole, smaller people there. And it was even better compared to the Willy Wonka movie with my TV being transformed onto a little sound stage. So anyway, they were all going there and getting courage and stuff and fighting the evil police forces. And I like the way that she transformed all the men in the guards into pigs. Which I like. Number one, I like pigs, porks, and all that. And second of all, I like the way she does everything for herself. I've seen many villains where they just send the minions up to do stuff for them, but she did take the stuff dirty and her hand dirty and stuff. So then they do like the classic fight at the end in her castle and stuff, and they have Miss Raziel fighter win it first. But then it's very weird because they do like they show her like being previously transformed back into human, like fighting with the Queen on even terms and all of that. But then, because the Queen actually did transform her into the possum at first. So anyway, they do a little bit any wizard duel. And I like the fact that the Queen shoots like a rafter up to her, and it makes a student partially collapse on her. Now, this like we think she's dead. We think that Miss Raziel is dead because of the weight of the stones on her. And she's fine at the end. She's like hulks out and can overcome the stones, which is really nice. Now, then you have Willow fighting with the evil Queen, and it's really good because you show him like using magic wand and stuff like that. The same with Finn too. But anyway, he said that I have something here that's even more powerful than magic acorns. So everyone else thinks it's a bluff. Even Will himself thinks it's a bluff. It's a stupid little acorn. How much power can the possibly be in an acorn? But turns out that he chucks one at her with a big grenade, and he lands on her hand. And to everyone's surprise, even Will himself is thought to turn into stone, like the Medusa bug. It's slow at first, but gradually creeps down into her hand and down arm. But she's more powerful than that. She actually countered this spell, Willow's spell, and then she ends up crushing the acorn in her hand. So now, I should tell you that before the actual fight with Willow, this woman, they make it a point to say that everything will fight or higher is that term, because she can transform an ordinary end people into something threatening to him. More real. Yes, more. Therefore, you gotta fear everything, and not everything it does change. So anyway, yeah, they also have a thing where Schwarzschild, played by John Whaley, the warrior daughter, falls in love with Maud again. And I don't think she has a big role in it, but anyway, it says that now I'll make it so that the kid will be teleported to a place where there's no evil, no corruption. You can't find her. So it's just like, ha ha ha, no other places exist like that. So then he uses magic wand and makes the kid disappear. He's like, no, where did she go? Well, that's like one of the oldest tricks in the book. You usually sleight of hand to make the kid disappear. Anyways, I could really find that happened. Good, I think maybe a little senility happened with the queen, because she should know that by now. She should know sleight of hand tricks versus real magic. And Finn actually survived her being crushed by the boulders. Yes, she might have been really just She-Hulk or something. So anyway, Willow brings the kid back to where he should go. Who do you blame? Because he should have been the one in the prophecy, not the baby. The baby is not really didn't really do anything in this one. Unless it could be interpreted that because the baby, Willow was able to stand with the queen, and by about being prophesied to the queen. I don't know if there's a long way around it, but anyway, I like this movie because it shows that no matter how tall you are, how big you are, you can always find the inner courage and kindness and empathy to fight evil and to do what's right. And when Willow goes back to his village, everyone's quite happy for him. His wife and kids are there, and everyone's happy, give him a big hug and all that. And even the wizard, like, you done good. Give me a bro fist. So yeah, I I adore this movie. With all the little Star Wars references that I noticed in this, and it was also produced by George Lucas, Mr. Star Wars himself. And yeah, I actually enjoyed this movie. I didn't enjoy the pet thing a lot. They overused that word way too much, even though it's like a fictional curse to little people everywhere in that world at least. But it was really annoying. It was like, hey, Mr. Todd, he missed so hard, he misses Miss Digger, he missed Mr. Digger, he missed the stick. It got really annoying really fast. I'll say it once or twice. That's fine. But to go on and on with it, like old kids learn a new word, it was really, really annoying so fast. But other than that, I love the movie. And there weren't really too many unanswered questions in this. Like everything pretty much wrapped up in its little bow. And it was one of the best fantasy movies you ever gonna see. And I highly recommend it. So I thank you for watching my video on Willow movie. I'll put the link to that in the description below. Although I wonder why they made this available for free. I know that Val Kilmer passed away, which I didn't know this was in this movie. R.I.P. to him, he was excellent as Batman and Goose. Yeah, Goose. I think it was Goose in Top Gun. Yeah, Goose. And let's see, Batman. And let's see what else. I'm sorry. I can't think of anything else. But it was a very fine actor. Anyway, I hope Warwick Davis is okay. Yeah, again, what the guy did with in the role, and he should real gusto as far as diversity in acting goes. Bravo to him. So, I give this movie a happy piece seal of approval. I would love to meet the actors in this movie, and in particular, Mr. Davis too. If you guys like what you see here, and want to see more of my videos and such, I wish I could get my hands on the CGI graphic program that they used for that movie because it was awesome in the transformation scene and in the strengthening of those actors to be little people too. I mean little people, as well as the whole practical effects, like some of the creatures and stuff. The location was actually pretty good too. I want to see that they reused some of the scenery and some of the places that they filmed on location were better than the way. But I can't prove that. Genetic forest, the area. And they also had quite a few non-forested areas too. Like I think it was a mountainous area too. Yeah, they diversity in that too. But if you guys like what we see here and want more, you know, like, comment, share, and subscribe my videos. You can also contact me for any future videos I might make by calling or texting me 631-707-3707. And if you want to call me or text me at that number too. You can follow my Twitter at PNelsonPro. Or you can reach me by calling my email is jjviewingchannel@gmail.com. So I salute you guys for like the fantasy stuff. It predated the Lord of the Rings trilogy and the Harry Potter by a long shot over a decade. So I think that this was like one of those test field type movies, like just to see if fantasy movies would be good now to the film audience. Like you got some never-ending story of a fantasy movie that we're kind of testing the waters too, and it paid off good. I like this. My mother also liked this movie. Although I never had the VHS or DVD of this movie, so it was really found on YouTube. Like, yeah, I salute anyone who likes this stuff. And Miss Davis and the other actors too were awesome in this. So Camera Willow as Mardigan, playing with good team wash. That's good. But Patricia Hayes was very good too. I liked her. And that's about it. Peace out, my brothers and sisters. I'll see you in the next video. All you girls and guys in the internet. Sayonara. Also, let me know if you guys have any more suggestions for any type of fantasy movies I could talk about. Because I'm thinking about doing Lord of the Rings next time I do this. So, talk for now, guys.